Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. So wanted to talk to you today about the SIG Custom Works. So I have two firearms here, well, one full firearm and one fire control unit. So just want to talk a little bit about what SIG offers. So there are two types of things that SIG offers. Just wanted to get into a little bit here. But before I do, welcome back. Hope you guys enjoy another video. Hope it could be informative. If you could please subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell, I would very, very much appreciate it. Thank you. So let's get into it. So SIG Sauer offers a couple different varieties of their quote custom workshop. All right. So if you look on the right, you'll see the P320 Custom Works Fire Control Unit. All right, so and they offer that as part of their concierge service on actually on their SIG Sauer website. So what you can do is you can go into that, you can select either the P320 or the P365, and you actually can build your own firearm. So they're the parts that they offer in a whole line of pistols that they've created, and you can mix and match and sort of make your own Frankenstein firearm, whatever you want. That suits you and floats your boat, right? You can you can put those together. So that's their concierge service, and you could do it in the 320 or the 365. And again, they have this builder tool on their website. I have not done that yet, but that's something you can do. Another option is you can actually go to your local gun store or find online somewhere through an FFL. You can purchase this Custom Works Fire Control Unit, and that's what I have done here. And you can see that here on the right. And then with that, you can purchase whatever accessories you want to sort of build out your, in this case, P320. But they have the exact same thing for the P365 as well. And these are the FDE version, but they actually come now in all black and for the P320 as well as the 365. So they have the black versions. Those have been out, I think they came out sometime last year. So so that's another option. That's your second option. Your third option that SIG is offering is for limited runs. Some are more limited than others, but they have limited runs of firearms through their custom workshop. So they set an actual line in their factory of machinery, but a lot of it is handmade. So that's one of the selling points, or one of the improvements of getting a Custom Works firearm is it's not 100% production gun. From what I've gathered and what I can read is, it's not like a 2011 that Staccato would make, where the whole entire firearm is machined by, well, I mean, it's CNC machine and everything too, but the whole gun is polished and put together by hand. I think a lot of those features are in fact a part of the Custom Works production, but so the difference is it's not a true production line gun where things are put together by machines and it's actually put together by armorers and gunsmiths to a certain degree. And what degree that is, I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I read that the Custom Works will give you. So so again, they'll set a production run for a certain amount of firearms, some more limited than others, and they'll advertise them as such. So one of them that I have here today is the first offering that they had for this a few years back. It was the first SIG Custom Works offering that they made in a full firearm. So we'll get into that here in a minute. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. Let's first look at the Custom Works FCU. So when you get a Custom Works FCU, you'll get a 320 manual like you'll do with any 320. You'll see here, this is actually what you see on their website for the concierge service, is you'll see the FCU here, and then these are obviously SIG parts. This looks like the TXG tungsten grip module with a full-size Pro Cut 320 slide and a Romeo 1 Pro, in an extended mag plate here. So I mean, you could do sort of whatever you want on there, but this is not that. This is just the FCU, and you see here. So this is the FCU. I had it in a couple different firearms. I didn't black out my serial number, so you can't see it. I blacked out the serial number because I didn't want the FDE shown with a black frame. It kind of sticks out. So so I just put some nail polish that I can remove on that so you didn't see it. So anyway, that's the FCU. I actually have it in an X compact. So, and I have a video on this X compact that I did. This is the SIG Custom Works FCU. I bought a grip module, a light, slide. I bought a red dot. I have all that. Okay, we're gonna pop that in place. Okay, we're good here. All right, then I have a Pro Cut X compact slide, SIG barrel, SIG recoil, and I have the Romeo 1 Pro, and I also have the X-Ray 3 suppressor height sights. So I just went and purchased those parts online. They showed up at my house. I had the FCU, and I have a firearm. There you go. So that's how you could build your own firearm. If I wanted to take this out, put it in a full-size gun, say I had the parts shown right here. I just pop it out and put it in this, and I have another firearm. So it's really good if you have multi-uses that, you know, let's say you have a setup where, say you wanted to carry this during the day, and then you had another slide assembly and grip module that was, say, full-size, and maybe an AXG lower, it was heavy, or the tungsten, right? You could pop this out, buy those parts on the side, not the fire control unit, pop this out, put it in the other firearm, and keep it as your bedside gun. Say this gun right here. So this becomes your bedside, you know, firearm overnight, and then you pop the FCU out, and this becomes your carry in your holster throughout the day. So something you can do where you don't have to purchase two firearms. You only have to purchase one, and you can have as many as you want. Not at the same time, but at different times, and that's fine. There's no issue with that. Makes a lot of sense. So that is the P320 Custom Works Fire Control Unit, and like I said, they also offer it in the 365. Okay, so I mentioned before, this is the first Custom Works run that SIG did a few years back. That was part of their Custom Works Shop. So we'll go ahead and get into that. This is some issues before. Let's see. You got to put the code in. There you go. Okay. So this is a much different case than you normally get with a SIG firearm. It's their Custom Works case. I believe it's actually a Negrini case, it's called. And you could purchase these on the SIG website, but they come standard with any of the SIG Custom Work gun. Okay. And this is the SIG P320 AXG Scorpion. Okay, so you get a custom official certified Custom Works card proving that it is a Custom Works firearm, and it says SIG Custom Works has redefined the standard for precision engineering and design excellence, delivering unmatched quality, personalized design, elite performance, and uncompromising craftsmanship. Each SIG Custom Works firearm is built to exact standards by the expert craftsmen of SIG Sauer. And it's signed by Ron Cohen, president of SIG Sauer. All right, so there you go. And this is a Negrini case. All right, and it has just some information about that. Okay, it comes with a challenge coin. All right, so this is a Custom Works coin, Newington, New Hampshire, Custom Works, live free or die, and SIG. Now, it does come with 3 magazines. I only have 2 in here. The other 2 are in my safe. This isn't an original unboxing or anything like that. And this firearm has been upgraded, so it's not stock by any means. So I'm going to go through the changes that I made. So this is the AXG Scorpion. All right, so I'm going to move the case off to the side. This case is really nice. I mean, it's got some good material in it. It's got spot for a couple magazines. If you have a red dot, you can accommodate that. The only thing it doesn't have, which is a little annoying, and I probably could make some room for it, but not really, because I cut away from this, is if you have a light, it's really hard to kind of put it in here. So, but this gets out of the way pretty easily. You can move it to accommodate it, so it's not too bad. All right, so AXG Scorpion. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So first of all, this is an unloaded firearm, nothing in the magazine. All right, there's nothing in the barrel. The magazine is clear, the breech face is clear. I'm going to look away and check that again, and it's clear. So we have a safe and clear firearm. Okay. All right. So the AXG Scorpion. Okay, it is MSRP is around $1,200. It combines the weight and balance of a metal frame pistol with the performance and reliability of the P320. P320 we know has been adopted by the U.S. military, so it's obviously reliable. There were some initial issues with the P320 when it first came to market. Those issues have been fixed by SIG through the voluntary upgrade program. And like I said, the reliability has been proven to the point where the U.S. military has chosen them as their firearm, the P320 specifically. So the P320 AXG Scorpion, it combines the weight and balance of a metal frame pistol and the performance reliability of the 320, as I mentioned. It delivers a uniquely refined shooting experience, unlike anything else. That's what SIG, that's their sort of advertisement line. So it has the AXG grip, which is Alloy X Series grip, AXG. That's what that stands for, that acronym. It's a metal grip module. That the foundation of the firearm is a metal grip module. Now, if you remember, this was the first metal lower or grip module for the SIG P320. They did not have metal grip modules before. So this is before Icarus, before all the aftermarket ones. I believe there's a couple of them that are doing them now. Icarus, I think, is the big one. But that's before Icarus, and this was the first one you can get in a metal frame for the 320. The next closest thing was the TXG for weight, right? But that was still a polymer that was just infused with tungsten. So when this came out, it was really revolutionary in terms of the P320. So it was really sought after. They did it in FDE, caught a lot of people's attention, and it really is a nice looking firearm. So I think SIG did a great job with that. So they have some premium options. There's upgrades, and like I said, it's a limited edition. Now, I mentioned before, some are more limited than others, limited runs. What I will say is, and I heard that the Scorpion was going to be in production for as long as SIG was receiving orders, is one of the rumors I heard. So I've seen these in gun stores. I don't see them a lot, but I still see them now. And I got mine a little over 2 years ago. So they're still making them. I don't think they're making them as much as they used to. 2 years ago, there was more of them around, but you can still find them. But I think production has certainly dropped off. So if you want one of these and you find it, I would really consider purchasing it, because I don't know how easily you'll be able to find them, in the future. So so like all Custom Works products, it's delivered in an exclusive ultra premium package, is how they define it. Basically, the Negrini Custom Works case, which is by far the best firearm case that SIG produces. I don't think other OEMs come close. I say I do like the staccato bag. That's a really sharp, really nice looking bag. But this is, as far as a hard case, this is really hard to beat. So it features, like I said, the AXG grip module. It has some pretty deep undercuts. It's got the extended beaver tail. It's a pretty comfortable fit. I mean, it feels really good in the hand. Now, these AXG grip modules are out there on a lot of different firearms now, so it's not nearly as exclusive as it was when I purchased this. But obviously, it was a big seller, so it was a good idea by SIG to put this out. They're on a lot of different firearms now, so they did a good job with it. So it has Scorpion G10 grips. These are from Hogue. These are great. They're sharp looking, they're functional, so it gives you a little bit of both. I always said I like to merge aesthetics with function on my firearms, and this certainly does that. You know, the slide and the frame are finished in the Elite Cerakote, and it's an FDE for color. It has the Legion Lighten skeletonized trigger. It's a flat blade and includes a removable optic plate, which I don't have on there because I'm running Leopold Delta Point Pro on this. X-Ray 3 night sights are on it. I took those off, and I actually have some Dawson Precision suppressor height sights on these, but it does come with X-Ray 3 day night sights. So and it does again come with 3 magazines, which I'm only showing 1 because the others are in my safe. I don't have them with me. The standard capacity for this is 17 rounds. So you know, so it has a Custom Works engraved slide. So you'll see here it has the SIG Custom Works slide. Every Custom Works firearm will have that. And again, then it comes in the green case. So that's the AXG Scorpion. Those are the high points of it. It comes in 2 different models. So it does come in the normal 17 round capacity magazine, and it also comes in a 10 round magazine that is legal in 6 states. I believe the 6 states, if I remember right, are Connecticut, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York. So they require, they have restrictions against standard capacity magazines. They say high capacity magazines, but that's just a way to word trickery. You know, they're not restricting standard capacity magazines. A standard capacity magazine is not 10 rounds. A standard capacity magazine for this firearm is 17. So anything lower than a restriction lower than 17, it means you're restricting a standard capacity magazine. So it's not a high capacity magazine restriction. That's something I want to make clear. It bothers me. I happen to live in a state that you know, limits you to 10 rounds. They have a standard capacity magazine restriction, so they're limited to 10 rounds here in the state I'm in. So it comes with X-Ray 3 day night sights. There's no threaded barrel option on this, and it's considered a carry size, which means it's a 3.9 inch barrel, and that's pretty significant to understand with the 320 models. There's a lot of words, different usage of words. So the word compact and carry gets misconstrued especially when you're looking for parts. So you know, there's compact, there's X compact. You know, when they went with the X series, they changed, you know, how they called things. So what I always do is I make sure when I'm purchasing a part, if it's for the X compact, I want to see that it's a 3.6 inch barrel. If it's for the carry version, like this version, I want to make sure it's 3.9, right? And then full size is 4.7, I believe, and then the Legion is 5, right? So and if you get down into the 365s, I believe the standard one is 3.1, and the XL might be something like 3.7 or 3.6 or something like that. So anyway, I'm sorry, it's not 3.6. I think the XL is maybe 3.4 or something. It's not 3.1 though. Anyway, so really pay attention to that, the length of the barrel. That's gonna give you everything you need to know. So the overall length of this firearm is 7.4 inches. It's only 1.3 inches wide. It's got a height of 5.5 inches, and again, the barrel length on the carry is 3.9 inches. It weighs around 31.3 ounces unloaded, and it has a sight radius of 5.8 inches. So it has a standard 1913 rail. It is striker fired, and it does come with a skeletonized flat face trigger. The grip module, again, we talked about that. It's the AXG grip module. It's in flat dark earth. The barrel is carbon steel, all right, and it has a nitron coating. The frame finish is that Elite Cerakote. And it's and we talked about the the aluminum grip module. So the slide is stainless steel and is finished in FDE. And this gun does come in as optic ready. So the trigger pull on this firearm is about 6 pounds. It has some internal safety features like the 320s have. So this firearm will have a disconnector, and that disconnector will ensure that you cannot press the trigger if the slide is not in battery. So if we rack the slide here, right, you can pull the trigger, rack the slide, you can pull the trigger. Now, if we rack the slide, I could pull the trigger right now, but let's say I take it out of battery slightly. I can't pull the trigger. Right, I'm gonna bring it back in, I'll bring it back in, now I'm in, and I can pull the trigger. The disconnector will not allow this to fire. The other thing that the 320 has is it has a safety lever and a plunger I'm sorry, not a plunger, it has a safety lever, and then on the striker has a lever as well that disengages when the trigger's pulled. So as the trigger's pulled, the safety lever lifts up, it pushes on the lever for the striker, and the striker lever moves out of the way, and that's on spring tension, moves out of the way, allows the striker to go forward. If the trigger is not pulled, then the striker is locked in place, it cannot move. Right, so that's just another safety. So everything centers around the trigger having to be pulled. And there were some issues where before the voluntary upgrade, the disconnector did not exist. And I believe the trigger had a much greater mass. So if the firearm was dropped a certain way, the mass of the trigger can actually fall back where the trigger can get pulled. Right, so those things have been resolved. As far as I know, right? That's what SIG says. That's I know there's some lawsuits going on right now. I'm not going to get into that, but as far as I know, as a novice, that has been resolved with some of the improvements they had here. What I can say is I have never had any issues with the P320 in terms of safety. I think it's a safe firearm. So again, the magazine capacity is 17 at 10 rounds for states that have standard capacity magazine restriction. So let's just look at the trigger pull and get an idea of what that is. I've got the wheeler right here. So let's see. Let's take the mag out. All right, and let's get a trigger pull weight. That's just under 4 pounds. Let's see if that was an anomaly, if I went too quick. 4.9, okay. Okay. 4.17, we'll do 2 more. 3.13. And 1 more. 312. So it's got a this has a 4-pound trigger. So let's see, it's got some pre-travel. This does not have a dual adjustable trigger. This is a factory trigger. So it's got a little bit of pre-travel. Okay. A little bit of pre-travel. A little bit of creep. Brakes right at 90 and has just a hair over travel. Just a hair. Let's check the reset. Okay. There's the reset. It's got nice, it kind of pushes you forward a little bit. So it's got a good positive reset. And then good positive reset and back on the wall, brake at 90. So it's got a really good trigger, 4-pound trigger. That's excellent for this firearm. What are some of the upgrades I did, right? So I put a mag well. This is a SIG mag well, right, from the factory itself, right? So I did upgrade this and put the mag well in order to do that, to accommodate that. I wound up putting some different base plates on. These are from Gray Guns, aluminum base pads. They're fine. They're a little bit lighter than, but not really. They're almost the same color. So they've worked well for me. They don't have the Legion aggressiveness at the bottom, but they're fine. You know, they come out of the gun well. You know, the magazine works. It has good function, and I really, honestly, I really like the look of it. The mag release is the same. That's factory. The grips obviously are as well. I actually really like the way this feels. I wouldn't change anything here. I like the look. I like the way it feels. It does have some checkering in the front. So this checkering is decent. Nothing under the trigger guard, and there's some in the front, but I'm running a TLR 7A, so it's kind of in the way of it. So triggers all the same. TLR 7A, you know, on the front comes pretty flush with the end of the slide, if you like that. I know some people like the light to extend a little bit. I actually do as well. I think that looks good, but I think this looks pretty good coming up flush. You know, you can. I think if I get a holster for this, which I don't have yet, you know, I won't have to get it extended for the light, so I can run with a little shorter holster and maybe carry an appendix. I don't know. I don't know if I'd carry this. Pretty heavy. But anyway, I went with the TLR 7A. It has, I told you, mentioned before, I have the Dawson Precision, the co-witnessing suppressor height sights, and I went with the Leupold Delta Point Pro, the light and the Delta Point Pro, and FDE, of course, because it's an FDE firearm. I think it looks really good. It's not a perfect match, but I think it looks great. Stay with the FDE theme, right? And then the Leupold Delta Point Pro, I believe this is a 3 MOA, so that's a part of it as well. So everything else is stock, just the magwell, the base pad, the sights, the red dot, and the light I put on there. So I think it's a good look. I love the way this firearm looks. I think there's some good upgrades for this Custom Works firearm. I don't think I would do anything else. I like the way it is, like the way it feels. It's got good balance, and this thing shoots phenomenal. I have somewhere between 500 and 1,000 rounds on this firearm. Never had an issue, no malfunctions, and this thing hits whatever the dot's on. So I'm really, really happy with it. I love this firearm. So it's front serration's nice for press checks. So yeah, it's really like it. So all right, so there you go. That's the SIG Custom Works FCU and the Scorpion. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you got something out of it. Again, comment down below. Let me know if you guys have them, what you think of them. You know, how does it shoot? How, you know, let me know what your builds look like on the Custom Works firearm. So yeah, looking forward to your comments. Again, as I mentioned before, really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. So if you're back again, welcome back. If you're not subscribed, please do so if you would, and you know, hit that notification bell, like, and feel free to share this video with others. So appreciate you guys joining. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to your comments. So everybody, take care, have a good day, and we will talk soon. Take care, everybody.